Along the way back home from Los Angeles to the Bay Area, I discovered an abandoned building at Firebaugh while I was stopping by with my family. Alright guys, so I'm heading home from Los Angeles and I've just come across this abandoned building while taking a break at Firebaugh. I think that's what it's called. It's closed off and there's tons of graffiti. Like, wow. I don't think I'll go inside, obviously, because look at all the graffiti. Like, that's crazy. Dude. Okay, Upon closer inspection, it was a Foster's place that was heavily vandalized with graffiti and was boarded up. Not gonna lie, this was my first time hearing Foster's at all. Foster's Freeze opened on October 30th, 1946 by George Foster in Inglewood, California. Into the 1950s, the corporation had about more than 360 locations across the Golden State. This fast food chain is known for its first soft-served ice cream to the state of California, although they are also known for their old-fashioned burgers and fries. It's just pieces of wood. Okay. Yeah, it's just an abandoned building. Nothing really special. I wish I could have gone inside. That would have been pretty cool. But there's no way I would have gone inside. Here, look at Highway 5 at the night. Pretty nice. Alright guys, I'm gonna say this now. Be careful of broken glass and any dangerous materials around this place. So this place used to be a fast food restaurant. Because there's a menu place and yeah, I don't know. Nothing pretty special. But I'll be heading back now. As the decades passed and bigger fast food chains dominated the United States, Foster's Freeze slowly started closing down many locations. Especially with the economy going out of control, who knows how long Foster's Freeze will operate for any longer. This place closed sometime in late 2018 or 2019 due to the financial issues associated with running a small fast food corporated restaurant away from populated civilization. I mean, look at this particular resting spot. There isn't a lot of activity besides travelers stopping by. When you're competing with another fast food place, that being McDonald's at the other side of the street, which place is trusted more when you just want a quick meal? Of course, McDonald's obviously, despite their food being super unhealthy and expensive. I get it that Foster's has around 50 or more locations throughout California, but they're more accessible in major cities and populated communities. However, Foster's closing at Firebaugh due to financial reasons were part of it, but I found more evidence that pushed the closing of this restaurant. One reviewer discussed that. So, my family and I find this place during our trip back to Woodland. First off, this place is dirty. Really disgusting. We ordered 2 ice creams in cups and a banana split. The staff was very slow. Our orders took 15 minutes to get. As we were watching the staff prepare our orders, we noticed the kitchen was an utter mess. They even had cut the banana for my split over a counter where burger bun crumbs were scattered. Anyways, we get our order and our ice creams were overflowing. One of the cups was leaking and we asked for another cup. The staff just laughed and gave us a burger box. Really? Trashed environment, slow and rude staff, and faulty cups that can't even hold what they serve. Save your money and go to a Dairy Queen or somewhere else. You've been warned. This is an example of one testimony, but I have a couple more reviews that I want to share. Even though some are from years ago, however, I want to use also some of the latest testimony from the latest 2018 or 2019. The food and root beer float were okay, pretty much what you expect on Foster's Freeze, but the place was beyond disgusting. The garbage cans were dripping with filth and slime. Seriously, I don't think the 1,000 flies in a place would dare land on that garbage can. Gnarly disgusting is the only way to describe that place. I hope the kitchen was at least as clean as my cat's litter box after seeing the dining room. Honestly, it took an extremely long time to get a burger through the drive-thru. The burger was okay, but they did not live up to their Foster's name. Or Faster's name, I don't know, that seems like a grammar mistake or something, I don't know. But I guess you kind of make sense because Foster's did not make up for their purpose of fast food. Another person written from September 30th, 2017, currently waiting in the drive-thru, and we've been here for at least 20 minutes waiting for the car in front of us to get their food. Would have left if there weren't cars behind us. In short, the disorganized environment, the place being filthy, orders not meeting the definition of fast food, and by what people were saying about the food, who knows what they were made on were sanitary. I'm not putting the Foster's Freeze business to shame regarding what they were doing, but whoever was running the place seemed to be negligent enough to not care about the safety of other people's health. Maybe the employees' pay reflects on the efforts in keeping the business running, considering that they had to drive far from the nearest incorporated community to serve an isolated fast food restaurant. These are only theories, by the way, and maybe there are actual reasons somewhere out there. However, this doesn't prevent me from wanting to try out Foster's Freeze, as they have plenty of locations in the Bay Area. Maybe I'll do a video on that topic, but that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.